this video, I'm gonna share with you the top 4 things you should never do in your lawn in those hot summer months. Let's get into it. What's up guys, my name's Tyler and welcome to another edition of the Lawn Review where we provide clear, concise, and honest product reviews and DIY guides. Today, we're talking about those summer lawn activities, things that we think we're doing to help our lawn, but they're actually gonna hurt your lawn in the long run. And some of them are really counterintuitive. Let's get into it. So one of the major things that you wanna avoid doing in your lawn in those hot summer months is actually overwatering your lawn. I know that sounds really weird, like it's hot, my lawn looks like it's dying for a drink. Maybe I'll go out there every single morning and give it just a quick drink, just to, help it get through the day. But by doing that, you're actually really gonna hurt your lawn, and here's why. So first and foremost are your roots. These suckers are really, really smart, and they'll go exactly where you tell them to go. So by watering frequently, like every day or every other day for a short little spurt, they're gonna go exactly where the water is, AKA where you tell them to go. And unfortunately, that's exactly where the majority of the water evaporates up out of your soil. So that first foot or two of soil is where you lose the majority of your water throughout the day. But also that creates a breeding ground for fungus as well, because what you're doing there is you're creating a moist, hot environment, perfect for fungus. But also that's just an incredibly inexpensive and inefficient way to water your lawn. So what I like to do is get one of these beehive watering timers. I got it at Home Depot, it's really cheap, it wasn't expensive at all. But what I do is I set my timer for like 5 o'clock in the morning and water for 45 minutes once a week. What that's gonna do is get water way down in my soil zone so that it doesn't evaporate, and my roots know they can sense the water all the way down there, so they're gonna instinctively push their way further and further down into my soil zone. And in the long run, that's really gonna enable them to stay wet and cool a whole lot longer. Think about a cave. Like, how does a cave stay so temperature regulated all year round? It's because it's so deep away from the soil surface and stay a whole bunch more temperature regulated than the upper level of soil surface. So what I personally really like to do to help enable my soil to retain that moisture, help that moisture stay even across my soil surface and prevent some of those dry spots, is I will put down HydroCharge from the Andersons. It's a 420 fertilizer with that HydroCharge technology. That's a biosolid fertilizer plus dual surfactant. It's basically a wetting agent for your soil that helps disbursement of water on your soil surface, but also helps moisture retention in your soil as well. And the second thing you want to avoid doing in your lawn in those hot summer months, I know I've said it a bunch on my channel, but definitely don't want to mow low at this time, if ever. Avoid mowing low in those summer months. I know I'm not going to get into the whole thing. I know like each grass type has its own height level that wants to be cut out. Bermuda likes to be cut a whole lot shorter than a fescue, I know, but each one of those grass types still has a zone that they want to be cut at. So make sure that you're cutting at the high level of that zone. What that's going to do is going to provide a little bit of shade for your soil, but that's also going to enable your roots to get deeper and deeper and deeper into the soil surface, because more green's going to be exposed to the sun, more photosynthesis, more everything you need going on in your plant, in your grass, happening. But also mowing your lawn super low really stresses it out. I know people hate to hear that, but that's just the dang truth. So my opinion and my recommendation is going to be cut your lawn as high as you can stand it in those summer months. That's really going to help your lawn out and help it maintain that nice green color throughout those hot summer months. But also make sure that you're not cutting your lawn in the heat of the day. Number one, cutting your lawn just in general stresses out your lawn, and your lawn's already stressed out when it's really hot. So hang off on cutting your lawn until later in the afternoon. Your lawn's gonna be a whole lot happier. So the third thing you really want to avoid doing in your lawn in those summer months is actually skipping your fertilization regimen. People talk all the time about don't fertilize your lawn in those hot summer months. And I think that's true if you're putting down like a fast release fertilizer, something with that fast release nitrogen in it. What you want to look for is like a slow release fertilizer. Your lawn still needs to eat during those summer months. It'll actually really help it along. I definitely recommend you put down a slow release fertilizer like a Milorganite or something else like a balanced fertilizer, like maybe like a 10-10-10 or something that has slow release in it. I'll definitely throw some links for some products that I'd recommend in the description of this video. So the fourth thing is do not ignore your weeds. This is prime time for those summer weeds to just go bananas in your lawn, like crabgrass, Tyler. But when you see those things starting to pop up, now is the time to control it because it's just gonna get worse. So what I would recommend is you use a product like Ortho Weed Be Gone or Weed Stop or something like that. Again, I'll throw a link in the description of this video, but don't just sleep on those weeds and think, oh, come fall, I'll take care of it. But no, the situation is gonna be so bad at that point that you're not just gonna be able to go, I'll take care of it. At that point, crabgrass will have dominated your lawn. Also, bonus tip, I've said it before, but put down some ironite. There's literally like zero risk in putting that stuff down. There's a tiny bit of nitrogen in it, but the majority of it is iron and sulfur. It's just gonna green up your lawn a whole lot better. And like I said, there's no risk in burning up your lawn, which your grass can be particularly susceptible to in those summer months. So put down some ironite, bonus tip. So guys, real quick, it's been my dream as a dad for 2 months now to be able to push my son in a swing in the front yard. So I've been eyeing this tulip poplar, not a great tree, truthfully, to put a swing on, but the branch that I'm eyeing up here to put one in is, I hope you can see it right there. I'm gonna have to come through with like a cherry picker and cut out some of these branches, but I think it'll be good. If any of you guys have any recommendations on that, if you've ever put a kind of a long rope up in a tulip poplar, definitely would love some suggestions. I used to have a big old ash tree and you can see it right here. Had to get it taken out because, you know, the emerald borer came through like, I don't know, 3 years ago and completely demolished that tree. It was beautiful and huge and my neighbors were pissed off at me about it. But I did put in this maple right here that I'm going to actually move to my mother-in-law's house, I think, because I don't really like what maples do. They can kind of act a little bit like Bradford Perry, and they also have some shallow roots. I'd like to put in an oak or something like that, that maybe someday I could move the swing from the tulip poplar onto those oak, because everybody knows, you know, an oak is a strong, strong tree. But those are some of the things that I'm working on in my lawn, just, you know, some ancillary projects. So there you have it. Those are the top 4 things you should avoid doing in your lawn this summer, with a little bonus. I also put out a video of the top 4 things I wish I'd known earlier about lawn care that I think you find really beneficial as well too. Until next time, keep cutting. Peace, peace, peace.